Focus is on the Lions fields.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Fielded right around the 8. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity, because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in to talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The Lions at 12-2 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Good game. Before he's brought down at the 28.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
On second down, Swift.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Back to throw, Fields. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And his throw here's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert, he'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 19. Herbert operating from the red zone. His throw incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, Herbert. Throw right side complete to Dotson. Touchdown, Giants! Jahan Dotson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense set to get going. Justin Fields bringing him out at quarterback. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually...
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's Herbert. Targeted. Now the ball comes loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
Inside the 20.
And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert. That's into the hands of Pascal.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And this one complete to Smith. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Justin Herbert looking to pass. It's caught, Smith. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, it's Herbert.
Goes right back to Smith again. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit out a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Herbert throwing again. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, this is caught. And the Giants are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go.
2nd down and goal. Herbert being chased out left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletion.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
It's his 8th rushing touchdown on the year, his 11th overall. And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Fields' throw taken in by Chark.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Fields throwing again.
Touchdown!
Jamison Williams
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Santos with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Giants 20. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Slayton.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Throwing again on second down. Herbert. Taken in by Pascal out left. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Justin Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Justin Fields.
As time expires in the first half.
And the Lions will extend their lead on the final play of the half.
Santos now to add the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start with the oldest rivalry, Chicago playing host to Green Bay in the NFC North. And it's the Packers who have the lead as that game approaches halftime. Tyler Johnson, a touchdown reception. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Calvin Ridley, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Herbert. Throws this one right side to Pascal. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Now it's Herbert. Smith catches left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Herbert on first down now. That's complete to Slayton. He's got room at the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Herbert back to the air. Complete. Smith has it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1 yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be second and goal now.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown.
Kari Blossingame with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession.
For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things, but take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York set to take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Gets around him, and some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Off play action, Fields.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon.
And the Giants are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Throw right side complete to Dotson.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Herbert now. Going right side, he finds Slayton. He's got room at the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here's a give up the middle. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone.
57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Herbert. Touchdown, Giants! Jonnu Smith, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Fields hit and the ball is loose. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kyle Pitts, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Santos with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got Smith here, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
From the 24, Herbert. And then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Back to throw here, Herbert. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Herbert's throw there taken in by Smith. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete to Dotson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. Catch made by Slayton. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. Herbert operating from the red zone. Once again, he finds Slayton. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Herbert. Escaping the pressure. This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. This one into the hands of Pitts. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On play action, Fields.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Sliding out of the pocket. The ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down. Here's Fields. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Lions are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete dominance.